Okay, final comments, Commissioner Perez? Commissioner Blinky? Commissioner Fowler?
Yes, a couple of meetings ago, we had a presentation by community members about the school at, I think it's Tamarack and I'm sorry, Tamarack and College. And the difficulty of the children making their way home right around College Boulevard. And I think there was the idea that staff would come back and comment on that traffic stuff there. Is that correct? Am I correct on that?
Yes, like I mentioned in my presentation about College Boulevard, we would be extending the extent of our recommendations to College Boulevard north of Carlsbad Village Drive, and that would include both Tamarack intersections, the Calavera Hills. We are working independently with both the schools at Calavera Hills on some items, but for College, we would be including that northern portion in whatever recommendations that we bring back to you.
So, but the recommendations we saw ended at Carlsbad Village Drive.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
That is not.
So I stated that we would be extending that limit to include essentially all of College, from Cannon to the North City limits.
And so that's the end of it as far as you're concerned about the way the staff is going to consider solutions to that?
It's never the end.
Like this meeting, of course. Yes. Okay.
But it will be expanded to address the issues that we've been hearing from the school and parents.
Is that Commissioner? Is this going through?
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Has everybody else had a chance?
We started with. Now we're at for Pets Ears.
I guess as long as we're here this long, I've been looking over the multiple, what do we call it, MMLS, LOS for both cycling and pedestrians, and obtained through email a bunch of different evaluations, and there has been a change from the way they used to be done and the way they are done now. But the bottom line is it looks like it's really easy to get a really good grade for cyclists and pedestrians, which isn't realistic if you talk to the person on the street who's trying to walk there or ride there. So I'm wondering if maybe that's something we need to take a really close look at and see why it is that easy to do that. One of the things that jumps out at me is that there's way more than 100 points available when you look at the criteria. And so once you get to 100, you just say it's an A+ and you're done. But you don't have to get nearly 100% to get there, because there's a lot more than 100 points available. So is that really realistic? And how does that line up with what the public perceives? So I guess my request here is that if we take a really good look at that, maybe get a education on the process and how it got to where it is, and maybe what the staff recommends we do with it to make it more realistic.
I think in general we can receive that and include it as part of our work plan to provide feedback for the sustainable mobility plan. I think that's kind of where it's going to reside. So if we need to, we can give a primer on how the level of service was, but we can incorporate that, and that's something that's in our work plan. So I think we're committed to doing that. Is that overcome? overcommitting you, but with the SMP, is that fair?
In there?
It's, we can look at it and figure out how we can fold it into the SMP. It's
Oh, I
not-
mean, I could work with you and provide you a resource, but.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
I didn't want to personalize it, your responsibility, here, I'll help.
If there is no further comments, then I adjourn. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
I want to put Mr. Bilsey on the hook here because the transportation impact analysis guidelines also discusses the MMLOS items and references the tool, so you guys can fight about whose responsibility is, but both the transportation impact analysis guidelines and the SMP are on our work plan as described, so
Fair enough.
this should come.
It could be, whichever one comes first, we'll have a primer.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've had enough fun tonight, so I adjourn this meeting at 8:25. Thank you.